tutty, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss. By golly, and welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Goes out of bounds at the 44, but sets his team up with a terrific return. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. A first down for the offense. Wide out in motion. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ole Miss. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be fourth down.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll try it on the ground. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Give that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Trying play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. Handoff to the lone back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got his man. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the Dogs do.
Looking to go up top on first down. Steps away. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air. It's Rashada. Pressure coming. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And that one's going to be knocked down incomplete, and we have knocked out the first quarter.
Ole Miss 7, Georgia 0.
Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on 4th. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Timeout, Georgia.
They're just treating the entire stadium as if it's four-down territory. Odd decision here to go for it, fourth and very, very long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They're going to throw it again. This time he's got his man. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass, it's Rashada. Buys a little time. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. They'll run play action. Caught on the outside. It's Frazier.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed. You saw it right there.
This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on 4th down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Going to the running game. Gives them a little more breathing room, a 3-yard gain out to the 7. Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They'd love to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses the phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful, not very good, okay? So they are looking for a bounce back. They've been selling this program all offseason. They've been trying to bring in new additions. They've been trying to create some juice, Palmer. Now they got to go out and do it.
I think they realized, too, a year ago they weren't as talented as some of their opponents, but they also gave some games away. And they've got to be better in critical down and distances in big moments when they get into these SEC conference games this season.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Trying to get to him. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. It's Howard. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously he's outside the tackle box, as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. The aerial assault continues. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. And the returner will be knocked down.
And the Georgia offense will take over first and 10.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Frazier. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Still on the 35-yard line after that incompletion. Here comes 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Rashada. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Georgia sends out the punt team. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop.
Can anyone catch him? And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Comes out throwing on first down. Unloads to the right. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
Offense gets set for second down. The back goes in motion. Dropping back, it's Howard. Feeling some heat. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires downfield. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time's dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback keeps it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels!
And I tell you what, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll be able to snap it once more before the end of the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Coming after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Looking to pass. It's Rashada. They're bringing heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Etienne. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that's a great lesson for young quarterbacks out there. You don't have to force every football deep down the field. I know it's third and long, and that play definitely is designated to go to a wide receiver somewhere, but hey, check it down to your running backs. These guys are great athletes, and they can make good things happen when you give them the ball in space.
Back to throw, it's Grishada. They're trying to get to it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got it. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking for a deep man. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quick strike complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the run, it's Etienne. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
They'll try to power their way ahead. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The offense lining up for a first down play. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Running to the left. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lee. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between QB and receiver. They looked like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took the steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Touch pass on the run. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback checking off. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Turns it on in midfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Hey, just a great job by the defense. 1st down, the whole menu is open to the offense. They try to slip in the screen pass. They see it right away, get him on the ground for no gain.
Now the play fake. Shoots it to the left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
What an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
Throws for the tight end. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. Man, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them, and they'll make big plays.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Frazier. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
1st and 10.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Rashada. Going for the big play. Reels it in down the left side. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ole Miss 21, Georgia 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Until that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Defense was right there, but they couldn't stop him from making the catch, and he's got it to the 30.
It's hard to imagine that that's his first catch of this game so far. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, and they knew if they were going to win this game, he had to touch it a lot. They had to get him involved. They haven't been able to do that. That's a big reason why they're trailing by so much.
Dropping back, it's Rashada. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Looking for room, it's Etienne. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3. Ball's at the 14. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Off the play fake. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Skips away from pressure. Throws to the back. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And with a lead like they have here in the fourth quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Ball's at the 15 on second down, and they need 9.
Here we go.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, give on the inside. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
The sure hands, it's Frazier. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. After the first down completion, it's 2nd and short. Off play action. Trying to get to it. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Got it. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Runner is rolled out of bounds at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, Georgia.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Back to pass, it's Rashada. Lets it fly. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over.